All right, guys, what's going on? Today is a great day to have. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, what's going on? Today is a great day to start this maybe life-determining event in your life. Okay? Why? Because today we're going to discuss one of the fastest and easiest way to start your life in the US. Okay? And some of you are familiar with it. Some of you heard about this way. Those of you who follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Telegram, you guys know I've been singing this song for a long time, okay? So you know what's going on, and of course, repetition is a very good way to understand better how can you start your life in the US. And today we're going to be covering O-1 talent visa. Okay, I'll give you my best arguments why this is the best visa, why it's always been the best visa, why it will be the best in the near foreseeable future, which I do believe is going to be about next 2-3 years. So we're going to spend about an hour and a half, not more, maybe a little bit less, on this topic. Of course, you guys will be able to ask questions. I will be coughing throughout the webinar, I promise you guys. I just came back from Nepal. I spent there 2 weeks. There was an expedition to Galapagos, 5,600 meters, 8 days up, 3 days down. This expedition got me, okay? So I'm a little bit sick, but I have enough energy to give you the best presentation for today's meeting. And of course, I will take your congratulations on this expedition, on this successful expedition. So don't be shy, guys. Give me some love, okay? Give me some love. That gives me the more energy to give you a better presentation, a better material today. So also, guys, I will need you, while I'm starting this webinar, I will need you to give me some information. Number one, your name, your profession, and maybe your country. Okay, your country and your profession are more important. Why do I need that? Because I will be able then to attach particular examples to your profession. Okay, and maybe your country, because this is important for me. So guys, don't be shy. Your profession, your country, and your name if you're willing. Okay, that would be really, really good. Okay, we have the first one. Sofiani France, sales manager and a singer-songwriter. Okay, guys, definitely there's a talent here. Sales manager and a singer-songwriter, two different industries. I have many approvals in both. I actually got the approval for a Russian singer who works in China, who built her career in China just about 2 weeks ago, EB-1, and sales is a very good one, guys. In sales, I have very rich experience in getting approvals. And many clients from France, Sofiane, a lot of clients from France. I love that country, you guys are very, very good. Evan, TV production manager from UK. Okay, very good. If we're speaking about O1, that would be O1B, most likely, unless we can attach, Evan, your profession to business. Okay, so you may be on the business side, you may be on the art side. If it's business, it's O1A. If it's art, it's O1B. And actually, UK is catching up with us recently. A lot more clients from UK than it used to be. I don't know why. The political situation, whatever's going on, Evan, maybe you know. Let me know what's going on. But we definitely got more clients from UK of 2025 than ever before. Okay, Vitaly, my name is Vitaly and I have 15 years of experience as a marketing and IT project manager in Canada. Very good, very good. Canada is one of the top countries where we have clients from. And as to the marketing, 2024 was the year of marketing approvals for my company, probably around 30 EB-1As. This year was more product managers. That's probably, if you exclude IT, business, like engineers, the product managers were number one profession this year. Marketing was the last year. A lot of cases, very good experience with that. Okay, good. And 15 years, guys. Anything above 10 years of experience is more EB-1A than O-1. Okay, we're gonna touch a little bit on EB-1A today because you can talk about O-1 without mentioning EB-1A. There's no way. Okay, so I'm gonna be touching sometimes, giving you those seeds because this is your next step, guys. For some of you, EB-1A will be the first step. For some of you, the second one, but we all have to know about that. Okay, entertainment legal executive from UK, Nicole Williams. Very good. Film and music events and management. Also, it could be a few industries, Nicole. It could be legal. It could be art. It could be business. Okay, so depending where you have more recognition, that's where your visa is gonna be. Bill, IT professional from UK. My God, guys, what's going on? UK is number one today. United Kingdom, very, very good. I've been to UK last year in November in London. Love the city. I wouldn't live there because of the climate. I like Miami, but I really enjoyed my stay in London. A lot of IT. IT is number one profession in my company. Okay, Nicole has her own company operating in UK, Europe. Very good, very good. Maybe critical or leading role. Demilade, I hope I pronounced it right. Technology program manager from the UK, 3 years. Okay, good. Technology program manager. Okay, yes, I know exactly what you mean, Demilade. Let me ask you, are you from Nigeria originally? Because I do have a bunch of Nigerian clients, but many of them are Nigerians that became UK citizens, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. I love that. That means that there is a talent, there is something going on in the background. So this is very, very, very good. 3 years of experience is probably, we're talking about O-1 visa. And again, guys, it doesn't mean if you don't have 10 years of experience, you will not get EB-1A. No, but this is a good starting measure, okay? And the law is silent on that, guys. You will never find that in the books. But this is in the industry, okay? I've been doing it for more than 10 years, so I understand. Yes, guys, I got this. Look at me go. Dimilate says he's from Nigeria, lived in UK for the past 18 years. Very, very good, very good. And Fikayo from UK. Fikayo, thank you very much for coming, joining us. All right, guys. Okay. Oh, Artem from Ukraine, starting a physicist, have PhD in physics, also 5 years of experience in IT. PhD in anything, guys, sounds like green card to me. Okay. If you have PhD, you probably have at the very least 4 criteria. Not gonna go very deep in that, but Artem, really good. I want your case. Make sure you will fill out a free evaluation when the time is right. Okay, guys, thank you for being active. I love when you're active, guys. That gives me the energy. That gives me that boost to not only give you the information, but also entertain you a little bit. Because let's all agree. Immigration law is not fun, okay? It's kind of boring. So I'm trying to make it entertaining for you so you guys don't fall asleep, all right? So thank you for your being engaged. Make sure you draft your questions. You send it to me. I will be looking at them directly in the chat. Also, if you watch this webinar from YouTube or other platforms, make sure you also write your questions there, because I'm gonna have someone looking it up and sending the questions here, okay? Questions very important, guys, very, very important. Okay, I'm popped up, let's go. Let's do it, guys. What you will learn today? A bunch of things, guys, a bunch of things. What talent visa really means, because I know some of you are gonna tell me, or telling it to yourself inside of you, hey, I'm not talented, I'm not extraordinary. Guys, let me tell you this. By the mere fact you are here on this webinar, it shows me you do have something going on, okay? You do have something going on. So I'm gonna explain exactly what a talent means from the standpoint of immigration laws. And I will forever change you. Guys, you will not be the same after this webinar, okay? You will change a lot of views, and this is great, because as my mom used to tell me, only fools don't change their mind, okay? And there are no fools here, all right? Also, why O-1 is the best? Guys, why O-1 is the best? I will build my arguments and show you decisively why this is the best visa among all of them, okay? Number 3, how just 3 years of experience is enough to be eligible for O-1 visa. And here we have Dio with 3 years environmental, I guess, environmental engineering, my guess, in the US. And we also have Demilate with the 3 years of experience in technology management, okay? So you guys starting hearing your cases little by little, right? And as the more we go, the more you will be seeing that you do have a case. Okay, okay, Sofiane has something to add. If you are a songwriter, for example, with experience and get the visa, it's going to be hard to get a job and live by. Will you be able to work in other fields too? If it's O-1 visa, Sofiane, you will be able to work in a similar fields. Okay, I have O-1 visa for a ghost writer. Okay, he's EDM ghost writer, and he writes the songs for big guys. Like, I'm not gonna call the names, trust me, you all know them. And he has O-1 visa, and we extended already a few times. He doesn't need a green card, he just wants to come and go. So he was able to make very good money, but he had the source of income before in the US, okay? So we could technically structure your case, Sofiane, your own company as an agent, okay? Remember that word, agent, employer. And you could contract out different jobs through that company, okay? So technically it's possible. All right, so I'm gonna also talk about the step-by-step process of moving to the US with O-1 visa, and of course Q&A, guys. We already started the Q&A. For those of you who stick to the end of this webinar, guys, 2 gifts only for you, okay? Gift number 1, the free evaluation of your case by myself. I'm gonna personally analyze each one of your questionnaires, answered questionnaires that you will send me, and I will tell you exactly how to do this. And guys, please promise to yourself and promise to me, you don't have to write it down, but promise inside of you that regardless what you think, whether you have a case or you don't have a case, you will fill out that questionnaire that I will provide for you closer to the end of this event. Because otherwise, guys, it's going to be a waste for you and for me. And let me tell you, these 2 things I hate the most: wasting somebody's time and when somebody is wasting my time, because time is the most important thing in our lives. So promise me, all of you who watching this webinar will spend 10-15 minutes and fill out the free evaluation when I give you the chance. Okay, that's my condition, guys. That's my condition. And bonus number 2, the gift number 2, the guide US Talent Visas Solutions for High Achievers. Okay, this is my personal guide. I developed it for you and people like you. You will be able to get it. Okay, that's my second gift. If you have a question, maybe you don't want to put it in the comment section, maybe you don't want other people to see, click on a black Ask Here button. Okay, you can see at the top of your click meet, click meet, the black button. Click on it, and it will transfer you to WhatsApp Messenger, and you guys can ask any type of questions, with the ones that maybe you don't want to everybody sees. Okay, just adding some privacy to this meeting. Okay, so don't be shy, guys. All right, so my favorite topic, guys, talking about my company, about myself. Okay, of course, after the talent visas and all this good stuff, that's my second favorite topic. So guys, why are we the best? And I'm telling you, we're the best for 2 main reasons. Number 1, that's what our clients tell us. Okay, and this is the most reliable source of information, because of course, and I don't judge no one, guys. I stopped judging people long time ago. I'm like in Nepal, when I was going to Kalapagar, there were 2 Buddhist temples. And you know, guys, I love Buddhism. I'm not a Buddhist, but I love this philosophy because it teaches you to accept certain things and don't judge them. So I don't, right? Whatever you come with to me, I will never say anything. I will never think anything. I will take it for whatever it is. But our clients do tell us that we are the best because they go to other attorneys, they talk to other people, they know the process, and that's the conclusion. So I tend to trust that. But there is the second reason, and it's on your screen. First of all, I have more than 10 years of pure experience in practicing law in the US. And guys, I told you, 10 years is a magic number in any industry, including law. If you can last 10 years or more, that means there is something behind it. Okay? And what's behind our 10 years of experience? 90% chance of approval across all cases, more than 3,400 cases approved, and more than actually 130 people working in my project, all doing only one thing, getting your cases approved. Okay, and we have a very narrow specialization: talent visas, business visas, and investors visas. Okay, this is our 3 ways of taking clients, and we don't do anything else. We don't do family law, we don't do student visas, we don't do asylum, we don't do deportation, only talent in business. That's it. And you guys want to have an expert who's very narrowly, who has a narrow expertise. All right. So just a few more words about myself. I'm an author of one of the best-selling immigration books. Unfortunately, it's only in Russian. We have a plan to translate it in English in the near future. I have 2 US educations. I got bachelor's and I got doctoral degree, both of them with honors. And all this good stuff on the screen. I hope this is enough for you guys to trust me as a professional, okay, and trust my judgment. I can tell you that our operations extend to more than 60 countries in the world, meaning that we have clients from more than 60 countries. So we have that international recognition and people trusting us across the globe. Very important for me. Now, This guy on the screen is responsible for a lot of trouble that's happening in the field right now. Okay? And you guys may love him, you may hate him. Nothing's gonna change. He's gonna do his things. And what happened lately with in the immigration field? Just a very brief overview. I don't want to exhaust you before the really hardcore material. So you guys know about the heist with 100,000 fee for H-1B visas. Really spread the panic across the industry in all layers of the industry. So 100,000 fee imposed on the new H-1Bs. First they said one thing, then it turned out to be something different. It was a huge mess. So now only the people who coming from outside of the US working in the US companies have to pay that $100,000 fee. And the company has to pay. But don't be fooled by this 100,000 fee, guys. A big reform is coming to H-1B, which is selective lottery. In other words, it's not going to be a lottery, it's going to be an auction. Okay, just remember, H-1B equals auction for the highest salary. In practice, it's going to eliminate H-1B. Okay, very few people going to be getting that one visa because the salary must be above the market to give to the foreign employee to get that H-1B. Because otherwise they have to hire who? Correct, Americans. Okay, so that's H-1B stuff. Second, the firewall project by Department of Labor, and it has to do with H-1B, it has to do with EB-2, with EB-3, it has to do with L1s, it has to do with EB-1C, maybe even EB-5. What it's not gonna have to deal with is O-1 and EB-1A. Okay, so DOL has no business in talent visas, and that's another reason why O-1 and EB-1A are going to be the best visas to get to the US. Also, the Trump gold card, first it was 5 million, then it was 2 million, now it's maybe 1, maybe 2, nobody knows. Maybe even Trump doesn't know. So he wants to introduce this new program and get people inside. And for whatever reason, Lutnick, the Minister of Commerce, I don't know what Minister of Commerce has to do with EB-1A and EB-2 NIW, kind of hinted that if you're a talented person, show us the big money. Okay? Guys, these people are so disattached from reality that people outside of the US do not have opportunities to make that money, so they just don't understand what they're talking about. Okay, so this is what's happening right now. By the way, fresh news, soon we will be able to file your EB-1A and O-1 cases online, which is great. It's gonna save you money, it's gonna save us money, it's gonna expedite this whole thing. Okay, because once you submit your case through online means, you get your receipt number, and that's the end of the story. Now the time begins for them to start adjudicating the case. So they're moving towards digitalization of USCIS, which is great, Okay, let's move on. Now, why O-1 is the best, guys? A few reasons. Number one, there is no lottery, and there is no annual cap. And you guys know which visa has a lottery and annual cap. H-1B is one of those. There's more, like this H-2B. You guys never heard about that one. Don't worry, you don't need to. It's for seasonal workers. But there are visas with caps. And all immigrant visas have caps. Okay? You guys probably didn't know that. But that's why we have a backlog for EB-2 and EB-3 categories. Because more green cards approved a year than available visas for this category. That's why there's a line waiting for those visas to become available. All right, so there's a cap. O-1 has no cap. Number two, and maybe self-petition is not the best word here. Let me explain. O-1 gives you an option to become an employer to yourself. Let me guys repeat this because I know some of you just got shocked. Like, what? Yes, you do not have to have an independent employer for the purpose of O-1. You can become an employer to yourself. And we know how to do this. We can help you to register the company. We can help you with the corporate work and make sure that everything is legit and lawful. Okay, this is not some shady stuff. It's not some shady, fishy scheme. No, it's a real thing. Okay, and actually more than 70% of my O1s are through their own companies. And Achilles is like, I am shocked. Like, it took Achilles like 30 seconds to get up from the floor and put this down, right? And Sofiane is like, oh my God, that's the way to go. Yes, guys. Yes, we can do this. Trust me, we've done it so many times. Further, flexibility means that you can always change your employer. Let's say we got Achilles in the US through his own company. And then he's like, okay, I found a good job offer from American company. How can I work for them? Well, there are a few options. You can become a contractor for them. But if they say no contractors, just inside, like staff people, personnel, right? We can refile for the new company and get the approval. So it gives you flexibility. It's a very good foundation, guys, for the future green card. And you want to ask me why? Well, because it gives you the right then to file for EB-1A, EB-2 NIW, National Interest Waiver. Guys, put this down in your notes. National Interest Waiver, NIW, EB-2 NIW. Learn about that visa because maybe that's one of the ways for you to get the green card after the O-1 visa, okay? And also regular EB-2, EB-3 through the labor certification, okay? O-1 is universal to change your status to any other visa, non-immigrant or most likely immigrant, okay? So very good visa. Number 4, no restrictions on the professions, guys. 0. Let me tell you, I was not able to get an astrologist a talent visa a long time ago because it's funny now. It wasn't funny back then. But USCIS told me, or told my client, that astrology does not fall within 5 categories of talent. It's not business, it's not education, it's not sport, it's not science, and it's not art, okay? I made a very good and I believe very artful argument that astrology is an art because the way you interpret the bodies, the cosmos, space bodies that affect the lives of people is an art. USCIS didn't buy it, okay? So no astrologists, but everybody else come in, all right? Everybody else come in. So very fast, guys, very fast. 8 months from today, Sofiane could be already working in California in July, August of 2026. Okay, it's lightning fast, guys. It's very, very fast. And it's relatively easy. Guys, let me tell you, there is no easy way to get to the US, okay? But there are easier ways, and O-1 is one of them. And I know you're still confused. Why is that? I will explain you, but trust me on that. It's one of the best and easiest way to get inside. And coming from others, no dependency on US employer. If you have a US employer and you lost your job, we can always refile for your own company, and then you work with different projects as a contractor or just as a temporary measure to for you to find work. Okay, so very good. Also, no requirement for education and no requirement for the knowledge of English. I know most of you guys from UK, no problem with English. You were born with this language. But some of you, like Artem, is from Ukraine, Ukrainian and Russian speaker probably, and I'm sure other people from different countries, right? So, but those who do not have English as first language, there's no requirements, okay? Like H1B, you have to be fluent in English, okay? So O1 is very, very good, guys. Let's move on. And let's actually move on to explanation what USCIS thinks is a talent, okay? But before I do that, let me see what else you guys, I see one more question from Nicole. Through my own company, I work with the high-end clients and celebrities in media talent acquisition, plus on event production shows for over 20 years. Can I transition what I do in the US? Absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. Of course. Hands down, you can do this. And let me tell you, I had cases like this, okay, for O1 and EB-1A. Just exactly what you said. Okay, of course, I understand this industry is huge, like singers, dancers, entertainment, circus, whatever. But whatever it is doesn't really matter because the concept is more important, okay? So now, guys, keep feeding me with the questions because then I know where I need to spend more time to explain to you, okay? So now, what is a talent? Guys, what is the talent? Because for some of you, Stanislav is talented, like Achilles says, hey, Stanislav, you're really talented attorney. But Namal says, no, it's BS. I don't think Stanislav is talented enough. Okay, so who is right? Who is wrong? It's very subjective, right? So, but USCIS has a really good measure of the talent. What is it? What is it? Criteria, guys. And I don't know why this slide is here. Let me see. Okay, we'll skip that. We'll skip that. We'll get. We already talked about this. It's just a different, same thing with different words. So the criteria, guys. Criteria, and actually let's stop here for a second. So the third point from the bottom. To receive a positive decision on your O1 visa petition approval, and guys, by the way, the approval rate for O1 visa in my company is 99%. 99%. And for the past, I would say 3 years, I got 0 denials for O1. And we filed dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of cases. Why? Because we need to prove only 3 criteria out of the 8 for O1A or out of the 6 for O1B. What's the difference between O1A and O1B? O1B is for TV, movies, and art. Okay? And by the way, Namal asked, can social media influencer get this visa? Absolutely. Absolutely. Namal, I've got not a lot, but at very least 10 approvals for social media influencers, O1As, O1Bs, and EB-1As. 2 months ago, I got a YouTuber influencer whose channel is about food preparation. I got her EB-1A. Okay? So any influencer can get an EB-1A or O1 for that matter. And in this particular case, Namal, this lady whom I got approved, she came to me with a denial from another attorney, from prior attorney. So those cases are the worst. Why? Because now not only we have to build the case new, but we have to deal with whatever prior attorney did in that case. We cannot contradict. Okay? And this is like double work. We need to go deep in that case, and usually it's really bad, I don't know, by my standards, with all due respect to other attorneys, really not by the standards. So we need to deal with this craziness and then based on that, build a new case. So we got her approval, okay? I guess this shows the quality and good approach of work. And of course, we're very process oriented, result and process oriented. Okay, so O1B for influencers, TV, cinema, art. Okay, everything else, business, science, IT, sport, education, O1A. Different criteria, but very similar to the extent, okay? So today I'm not gonna spend a lot of time for O1B, maybe mention a few things, but if you understand O1, you understand O1B, okay? Okay, Dio is asking very good questions, guys. Do we need the peer advisory? So what Dio is asking is the so-called no objection letter or peer-reviewed letter. There's a bunch of names for this, okay? And the answer to this question is yes, and we'll help you with that. So you don't have to worry like, oh my God, where I get this letter. I'm gonna tell you exactly where to go to get this letter, and we're going to assist with that. But sometimes, for example, influencers, social media influencers, what's the organization to write that letter for them? There is none. Okay, what's the organization for the beauty industry, for the permanent makeup, for the stylist, for the models and things like that? There is none. And even for business, guys, for business, there is no peer advisory, like the non-objection letter organization. So what we do in this case? Two things, one of the two. Number one, we just don't do this letter and we say, hey, there is no organization. Or number two, we do an expert opinion letter, which is a substitution to that advisory thing. Good question, good question. Okay, so before we get to the criteria, guys, before we even go in depth, you may start your free evaluation process. Okay, and there are two ways to do this. Way number one, you have a QR code on your screen. You can scan it with your phone or with some other device, and you will be transferred to the website. You'll need to fill out the questionnaire, okay? You can start slowly doing it as we talk right now, so you don't waste your time, or you can do it at the later minutes of this webinar. The second way, I attached the link to our chat, okay? So you guys can click on the link. The window is going to open, same thing. So either QR code or the link. And within 2 days after you guys fill out that questionnaire, I will get back to you with very detailed written analysis of your case. Okay? What you need to look for, because it's going to be a lot of information and most importantly free, not a penny from you guys. What you need to look for the word potential. Okay? Not everybody will see that, I promise. Okay? But those who will, guys, if you see the word, you have a potential in your case. That means that your case is ripe to go for the next 6 months with my team and myself, empowering that case, building the evidentiary base, filing it with USCIS, and getting you that 99% chance of approval. I do not take cases which I don't believe in. I can promise you, I can swear to any God, to anything you want me, I can make any prayer, I will never take a case that I don't believe in. Okay, I've never done it, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it in the future. That's why we have such a big rating, because we only take cases that we believe in, and we fight nail and tooth to get you that approval. Okay, so do that free evaluation right now. And Safiani says she's done it yesterday. Very good. So today or tomorrow, and of course, I'm not gonna call anything. You will get that thing going. Safiani, good job, guys. We have a really good example here. Okay, and by the way, guys, if it was not enough for you to do this, okay, there's a special offer going on right now. You will get $500 certificate if you do that free evaluation until the end of this webinar. And okay, I'll give you 10 minutes after, because I know some of you wanna really focus on the material, because we didn't get to the material yet. Okay, I know we've already spent 40 minutes, but we're having good time, right? I hope you're having good time. So if you do this, when it's time to hire us, you guys will get that $500 certificate, and you guys know where you can spend this extra $500. Okay, I'm not going to be advising here. And Evan says he did it before the webinar. Good job, guys. Sofiani, Evan, really good. So Vitaly is asking a really good question. What happens after you see the word potential? Guys, the second step is the complex immigration planning. And this is a very, as the name says, complex and comprehensive process. You first will meet with data manager, data collector manager, or you can call it whatever. And you will be squeezed like a lemon for all the information that I need. Then, based on that information, I'm going to create a written strategy for your case, for all visas that are available to you. And on the second stage of complex immigration planning, the short for that is KIP, C-I-P, right? KIP. I will present that strategy to you, and we're going to discuss the little details that I want to discuss with you, right? And then that strategy goes to the third step, which is complete case filing. When you guys get the team, you get all the whole 9 yards, all the resources, the PR agencies, the vendors, our NEO project, our templates, all good stuff. And you start working on your strategy under my control with my team for the next 6 months. So basically, you coming to the US is easy as 1, 2, 3. Free evaluation, complex immigration planning, complete case filing. Okay, 3 steps. Good question, Vitaly. Thank you so much. So, guys, finally, 45 minutes in, let me drink some water, because I feel like a camel. I'm going to drink like the whole bottle. The real stuff is right now, guys. Everything else before is just to prepare you for the main thing. And that is criteria. Okay, and I want to remind you, these are O-1A criteria, because there's O-1B, there's less, and they sound a little bit different, but they kind of the same, okay? So I need you to understand that for us to get that approval, we need 3 out of those 8, and we can choose which ones we want to deal with, okay? Of course, we want to do as many as possible, and my regular case for O1 is 5 criteria, sometimes 6. And by the way, guys, once I finish with the criteria, I'm gonna give you an average case that's approved for O1 purposes. Yes, you heard it right. I'm gonna tell you exactly how many of whatever you need to give us or what we need to create as we go to get you approved. Okay, no one ever's done it. Okay, I'm doing it on my webinars, but other attorneys don't talk about this. Okay, so okay guys, I got my Buddhist beads ready. Okay, make sure you understand it's Buddhist beads. All right, so to help me go through this material, and the way I'm gonna discuss these criteria is that I'm gonna tell you the direct way to prove it. Then I'm gonna tell you the alternative ways to prove the criteria and what kind of paperwork we're creating. Okay? And guys, let me use my lipstick for my lips. I'm sorry. Guys, the only thing I don't do in front of you is like showing my, myself shirtless. Okay? And of course, even though I want to, I'm not gonna do this, but my lips are killing me after the Nepal trip because the sun just burned it. Okay, so let me see what else. Sofiane, I love that you can create what is missing. Yes, you know this, guys. Sofiane came prepared. Not only we gonna help you to pack up the criteria that you already have, we will help you to add criteria to your case. Okay, so let's say, let me call someone. Let's say Nicole says, Stanislav, I have 3 criteria or 4 criteria. This is not enough even for O-1. Although I could argue on this part, but I will not. We will add probably 2 or 3, so we end up with 6 or 7. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you exactly which criteria, guys, we can help you with. So listen attentively. Number 1, awards. Okay, so these must be really good national recognition awards. And the classic way to prove this criterion is to participate in competitions, in professional competitions, and get the first, second, or the third place. You don't have to win the first prize. It could be any prize. Sometimes it's 4 or 5. Sometimes it's Grand Prix and 3 other prizes. Whatever it is, okay? So it must have national recognition. So it could not be local competition, okay? It must be something bigger where all the people from the entire country participate. All right? So this is the classic way. But most importantly, guys, we are proving this criterion by alternative ways. What are they? Participation in accelerators and incubators could be an award. Grants from government, non-for-profit, or private prestigious organizations could be awards. Scholarships from government, non-for-profit, or commercial organizations, prestigious ones, could be awards. Government awards could be awards. Medals, government medals also work. But, oh, we have a PhD here, right? So your thesis, your dissertation could be an award in certain circumstances. But guys, last, and it's not exhaustive list, it's just give you an idea. Oh, by the way, also purchasing your business or large investments starting with $100,000 in your startup could be an award, especially for the purpose of O-1. But last and not least, if you guys ever or will be, if you ever spoke at the conference and the paper that you prepared was published after the conference, this could be an award. And let me tell you guys, this way this alternative way through the conference and the paper publication is number 1, actually, by the use of it, okay? I've done so many cases with this. Yes, it should be a good conference. It should be good publication. But this is, in my opinion, is easier than actually winning some kind of competition. All right, so make sure that you participate and speak at the conferences, and this is really good for the whole purpose, not only for the awards. Guys, conferences is something you really want to do if you have a chance, okay? And by the way, our vendors, our PR agencies can help you with that too, okay? They can help you with that criterion, with awards. What kind of paperwork? The structured, and we have a template, of course, for each event, structured paper signed by organizers talking about who participated, what kind of event, who were the sponsors, who were the judges, what were the criteria, and things like that. Okay, the document describing the event. And of course, we give you all the materials. So that's how we prove that that happened. And of course, pictures and all your certifications and medals, that's granted. Okay, this is number one, awards. Number two, media coverage. And here we're mostly talking about press, okay? Press is probably 95% of media coverage. What else could it be? TV shows, TV news, radio. Guys, do not discount the radio. We're still using that for this purpose. If it's a good radio station, the national radio station, and you were invited and you gave an interview or you give your expert opinion, that's gonna come in, okay? That's gonna come in. Also, movies, documentary movies, guys. I use documentary movies very, very many times when we had them as a media, okay? So, but we're talking about press mostly. There are two big type of press coverage, two big press platforms, let's call them that way. The major press, like New York Times, right, like big ones, London Times, India.com, and by the way, it's on websites, right? We don't deal with the paperwork, with the papers anymore from the past, but all new press is online. So don't worry about actually the newspaper or magazine. It will be online most likely. So major or professional. Someone will say, Stanislav, it's not two, it's three types: major, professional, and industrial. For the industry, I think professional and industry media is kind of the same. Although technically we separate them, but don't worry about that. So major and professional. What's the difference? Major is for the whole country, everybody reads it. Professional is only for those people in this industry. For example, IT Weekly. I'm not going to read this newspaper online, and probably O-1 is not going to read it. Namal is probably not going to read it. The EB-1 is not going to read it, but IT people will. Okay, and we have maybe actually Evan would read it. I don't know. Evan, tell me if you will read it. Bill will definitely read it. IT professional, right? So the audience must be the professionals. Okay, that's how we know it's a professional media. Now, what must be in the article itself? 4 things. Okay, the title. Usually there's no problem. It's the name of the article. Number 2, the date when it was published. Sometimes it's missing. I don't know why. So make sure if you work with your people or if you have something published, make sure you have dates there, because if you work with other people, it's going to be no problem. And number 3, most importantly, guys, the name of the author, of the journalist who took the interview. That happens in 50% of the cases when you come to me with some media and it doesn't work for us. We cannot use it because there is no author. There is no journalist's name. Okay? And number 4, it must be about you and your work. So if it mentions only your name, for the purpose of O1B, it's probably good, because usually it mentions the name of artists, of actors, of DJs, of dancers in some context. That's good enough. But for the purpose of O-1A, for business, for IT, for education, for athletes, we need to have like the full-blown article about you, okay? In major or professional media. Now, you want to say, Stanislav, like, I'm not gonna get that criterion. Hold your horses, okay? Because we work with professional PR agencies that actually help you with this criterion as well, okay? So we got you covered, guys. If you don't have media coverage, you're gonna have it, I promise. Let's move on. Academic articles. So scientific research papers, and I know it's on the screen, and the law is kind of giving you the opportunity or chance to publish your articles in major or professional media, your expert opinions. But guys, let me tell you, academic articles will fly. Everything else has a problem. Okay, so because we're going to be starting with O1 with many of you, but we know that EB-1A is next, let's do the academic articles from the very beginning. Okay, let's not waste our time doing our professional opinion in some media, whatever. Yes, it might be good for O1, but we're going to have double work in the future doing the academic articles for the EB-1A. So same way as media coverage, we're gonna provide you with vendors that will help you with academic publications. So both media and academic articles, we got you covered on that, okay? Going back to the Nicole's example, when I assume that Nicole has 3 or 4 criteria, but probably Nicole does not have media coverage and no academic publications. So add those two to the prior 3 or 4 criteria, and there you go. 5, 6 criteria is already ready to go. All right. Okay, good. Let's move on. Judging the work of other professionals. Okay, judging the work of other professionals. And the classic way here, guys, is to be a judge at those competitions that were talked about for the purpose of the awards. Okay? So you've been called a judge to assess other people who compete for the prize. That's the classic way, but let me tell you guys, it's far from being number 1. Okay? It's not even the second, it's not even the third. In reality, the alternative ways are always number 1 and 2. So the first alternative way, judging the work of others, and almost all of you have it, that's assessing other professionals in your work. Okay? The easiest example is the code review or architectural review in IT. And Bill is here from IT. Bill, tell me, you doing 100%, you doing code review for other teams, for whatever you work, and maybe you also do a higher work, the architectural review, which I really want to see for the purpose of EB-1 especially, right? So that's assessing the work of other professionals. Also, when you assess the business processes, when you do audits, when you do consulting, when you do technical review, when you do the technical paperwork review, all these things are assessing what other professionals did. If you do peer review of publications of others, this is judging the work of others. If you are on a committee or editorial board and you choose and pick people who will speak, who will get a grant, who will pass to the next level, whose paper is gonna be published and things like that, this is also judging the work of others, guys. Okay? And it could be a part of your job or it could be outside thing. Okay, doesn't really matter. So those things are really good for the judging, and I promise 90% of you have it. 90% of you have it, guys, just by way of your career. Let me see other. And Bill says peer review, and I can check. Exactly. You guys see? Bill is saying he does peer review, like the code review, in other words, and architectural review. And architectural review is really high level of expertise in IT world. Okay. So Bill, you already have this criterion taken care of. Okay. And Amal is asking, do competitions at schools or universities count? Schools probably not. But universities, if you have people competing with masters, pursuing master's degree. So in other words, people with bachelor's degree, they could be going for masters, LLM, MBA, PhD, whatever. Okay. So if you assess them, then yes. Okay, because people with bachelor's degree automatically counted as professionals. So judging, I don't remember. I don't even think I had the case for the past like 7-8 years with no judging, guys. Trust me, all of you will have it. And if you don't, our PR agencies can help you to push you to become a judge at the competition. Okay. Of course, you need to have a good resume because it's real stuff. It's not, it's not something fishy, like this. You guys heard about the Globee Award. They were busted. They were busted. Why? Because they were like selling the judging and the awards to anyone. Okay, and I mean, I understand when you can get money involved but still have some ethics in that. These guys did not. And actually it was very detrimental to my clients, guys, because some of my clients for real won those things, for real were judges there, but we had to withdraw those achievements from the petitions because USCIS now deems all the Globee, whatever Globee it is a fake. So it was really bad. It was a bad scandal in summer. So yeah, but our people don't do this kind of crap. They really lobby you to become a judge in good competitions. Okay, so this one will be taken care of if you don't have it. Now, and what's the documents? The letter from organizers with a certain structure. The structure we provide for you, and this describes what exactly you've done. Number 5, contribution in the industry. Okay, and guys, most of you are English speakers, so I want you to pay attention. Contribution in the industry, not to the industry. If you guys didn't know, my first education is English teacher. Okay, so I'm lucky enough to have that feel, and I've been living in the US for 20 years, even more. So I developed the feel and of course love for the English language. I love English, it's so good. I speak a little bit of Spanish too, and of course Russian. But there's a huge difference between in and to the industry. If we say to the industry, that means the whole thing. Like no one, maybe Einstein or people like Elon Musk or big names, maybe they did that to the industry. But we have to be in. So within that sphere as the industry, somewhere inside, we should do that contribution. What is contribution? Something innovative, it's new, and something significant. What's significant? It's being used or monetized. I like when the contribution is monetized. It's the best. But being used is a good thing too. So let me give you examples. Open source library published on medium.com or Geek2Geek, or whatever your IT resources you guys like, which is being used. You can show by downloads. A book, a monograph, a publication with many citations. By the way, we don't need citations for the publications itself as a criterion, but if we have a lot of citations, that publication could be a contribution in the industry. A new algorithm, innovation or technology, a patent, intellectual property that's used somewhere in the industry, application, a software, hardware, course, teaching course. All these could be contributions. Guys, let me tell you, I just got, I love creative cases, okay? So trust me, when you start working with us, we're gonna look at you from different angles, different sides, and squeeze you like a lemon to get everything out of you to fulfill as many criteria as possible. And I just got an approval. It's granted. It's not EB-1. It was not EB-1A. It was EB-2 NIW. But guys, what that case was about, that project in the national interest of the US, was the IT guy who created an application for motorcycle riders. Okay, people who ride motorcycles. And that's like interactive map of the US for people who love to ride motorcycle and travel. And that was his initial project. But I gave him an idea which I truly believe was a deal breaker for approval of this case. And that little feature I told him to incorporate in his application, in his app, is the emergency call with GPS. Okay, why? Imagine you ride a motorcycle and you get in a crash and you don't know where you are. Maybe you're in the bushes, in the forest, you flew from the road, something happened, maybe things broken, you cannot move, but you have your phone. And if you have that app, by pressing one button, you call the emergency, and it gives them the GPS coordinates at the same time. Genius, guys, genius. So we help you to, if we see we could tweak and tune up a little bit something, we give you those ideas and you guys use them. Okay, so it's a big synergy between us. All right, so what else about contribution? How do we prove it? Guys, because I believe contribution in the industry is one of the most important criterion. My God, this plural with criterion is killing me. One of the most important criterion in the petition, we prove it from at least 5 angles. So 5 ways, at very least, we prove it. How? Statement from you, where you describe the significance, the significance of contribution. Then press, we incorporate things in the press. We incorporate things in the articles, publications. We incorporate things in the recommendation letters. And we incorporate things in the independent expert opinion letters. And you want to say, Stanislav, where do I get independent expert opinion letter? And I can give you 2 options, guys. Number 1, you pay $1,500, $1,500. And there are vendors in the US who can help you with those letters. So as many as you need. You pay for each of them $1,500. That's option number 1. Option number 2, you guys work with my company, with myself and my team, and you participate in NEO program. NEO program, guys, remember these 3 letters, N-E-O, like matrix, from the matrix, NEO. What is NEO? NEO is the program where we find you a match with other people who are currently working with us, who are also talented in your industry. We have more than 300 clients every single minute. As we speak, I'm working more than 300 cases, okay? So we have similar talents. We match you and you guys don't know each other. You're both talented, you're both experts. So you exchange those letters, up to 4 letters in NEO program. You can get up to 4 independent expert opinion. And Sofiane is asking the right question. How much the NEO costs? 0! Guys, 0 for you. Okay? It starts with the second package, but it's very rare that anybody goes below the second package, okay? Because we subsidize the bottom price and nobody asks about the prices, okay? And I know you guys, of course, you're curious about that. The bottom price for O-1 is $11,000. The bottom price for EB-1A and EB-2 NIW is $13,000. But there are higher levels. Why? Because the more you pay for your case, the less work you do. Okay? So of course, I'm just giving you the concept. But when you get to the point when you decide which package you choose, you will get a very good explanation what's included and what's not. Okay? So NEO is 0 cost to you guys, just because we love you and you work with us and you trust us. Okay? So that's good stuff. The value of NEO for you guys is up to $6,000. I mean, no one has ever done this. No one is doing this, and no one will ever be doing this for you, because other attorneys, companies, they're small, they don't have those resources, and we do. We're a huge company, 130 people working in the project. Okay, guys, let's speed up because we need to cover a little bit more material. So, leading critical role in organization with distinguished reputation. So, many companies that you guys work for, or your own company like Nicole has, they have reputation usually through the good clients that you guys work with. Okay, so a leading role means you direct and control people. Critical role means you play an important function in the company. How do we prove it? A letter from the company. Okay, of course, we're going to help you with the structure and everything. A letter from a company signed by your direct manager, HR, executives, or if you're the one who owns the company, somebody below you, somebody who's below you. These could be companies in the past that you worked before, but you don't work anymore. Okay? Remember that, guys, because I think this has confused a lot of people. Oh, Stanislav, I cannot quit this company because then I'm not going to use, I will not be able to use it in my petition. ¿Por qué, Juan? Why? It could be a company from 5 years ago. It could be a company from 10 years ago, especially if it was like really good company. All right. So anything from the past is a fair game, regarding anything: awards, judging, critical roles, commercial success, associations, whatever. Okay. So it's a fair game. Commercial success. Significantly higher income. So you guys need to show me that you made more money or you're making more money than an average professional in the field. How much more? 20 to 30% or more. Where do we get the statistics? How much people make in your industry, and by the way, in your geographical location. So if Nicole is from London, right? Let me see. You guys gave me you didn't give me the cities. You give me let's call somebody else. Let's call somebody else. Artem is from Kiev, right? So how do we know that $5,000 that Artem is making is more than the average IT professional or physicist in the industry? We'll need to get the government statistics. And most of the countries, guys, have that statistics available, right? And by the way, that statistics is significantly less than the market. So even if you are in the market, it's most likely higher than the government statistics that they show for this particular geographical location, for Kyiv, for example, okay? So very often commercial success is a part of the petition. Make sure you guys pay taxes because we have to show the taxes. Okay, Nicole, as MD, I have contracted to several high-end clients, successful work to the public. I don't have letters, but I do have contracts. Good, good. We're probably going to use that, Nicole. That's good. And the last one, associations. One of the rarest criteria, unless you are in STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, like IT engineers, product managers, data analysts, and cybersecurity, and things like that. And business. If you guys in STEM or business, we will give you those associations. Okay, we'll tell you exactly what to do. For everybody else, probably don't bother, don't worry about that. They either don't exist, or if they exist, they're really hard to become a member of. Okay, so associations, I'm not even going to give you all those details. It's just one of the hardest one. Usually, if there is one, you will be given one. If none, we don't worry about that. Now, guys, what is an average O-1 visa petition? And I want to make sure you guys understand what I'm saying. I've never done two similar talent visa cases. I even had cases with two people, two partners, same recognition, same achievements. Let's say it was same business. They really won in life together. But still, their petitions would be different, okay? No template petitions, only tailored to you, okay? I'm not one of those attorneys who just, wanna, like, how do you call it, rubber stamp your petitions and send them whatever. No. All my teams, everybody who is involved, the approval department, the strategy department, the quality control department, everybody focuses on the uniqueness of your cases, okay? And that's what we're proud of, because all cases are different. So, but if I take all those hundreds of O-1 cases and divide it by criteria, we would be getting an average case, okay? I'm gonna give it to you right now. And of course, we can play around all day long, but an average case. So, let's go. 3 media articles, 2 academic publications, 2 judging engagements in the competition or alternatives, 2 critical roles, and 1 commercial success. Okay, let's do it one more time. 3 media coverage, 3 media articles, 2 academic publications, 2 judging engagements, 2 critical or leading roles, and 1 commercial success. Wild, guys. Crazy. You didn't think that, huh? You would think like 10 awards, 20 media coverage, 10 academic articles, $1 million, 20 companies. No, guys, much easier than that. And trust me, to begin with O-1, all you need is to be in market with salary and work in a couple of companies. 2 criteria, that's all I need, okay? If you have that, it's a green light. Why? Because media coverage, academic publications, and judging the work of others, you will be working on for the next 6 months, making it 5 criteria. Some of you will manage to do the contribution in the industry. Some of you will have association. Some of you will have awards, and we can use them interchangeably. No to judgings, give me 1 award. Okay? No judging, no awards, give me one contribution instead. Okay? So, of course, we can switch and play, but this is an average case. And trust me, guys, most of you have green light for O-1 visa. Okay? I love it. Love it. Okay. Second bonus, guys. And give me your questions. We'll spend 10 more minutes. My throat is killing me. And my friends from Colombia, I'm gonna visit me today. So I'm gonna get ready. My best friend is from Bogota, Colombia. So the second gift for you guys, the guide, okay, the solution. Same way, QR, and let me actually let them in. My friends are coming. I'm sorry. Hello. Yes, let them in. Thank you. Okay, they call from the gate. So we have good timing, guys. My friends are coming and we're finishing up. Scan the QR thing, scan it, and you can get it. And also, I will ask the moderator to drop the link to this thing. Okay, that's the second thing, guys. Let's move on. Don't forget the free evaluation. The free evaluation, guys. If you do it today, and you have to do it today, and you guys promised me, do it, okay? Do it now or right after to get a 500 certificate once you start working with us. Okay, that's the special offer, the 500 certificate, which is great. So the QR codes, guys, for our social media on the screen. At the very least, follow me on YouTube and Instagram, the two most important, but I have all of them: Telegram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Unique content, guys. We do not cross the content, okay? So each one of them has a separate content, very important. And the link for the guide is below. Click on it, download it. I'm gonna deactivate the link within 24 hours, so do not wait for the guide. Okay, Nicole, when you say work in a couple of companies, does the same also apply when you provide the services for a couple? Yes, correct, Nicole. Thank you for this question, because working and providing services for the purpose of USCIS immigration laws is the same, okay? It doesn't matter if you got a paycheck or you work through contract. What matters what you've done for them. Yes, good question. Dio, can I create a company to sponsor me for O-1? Dio, hello. I think you were late for the webinar, because no, you were not. You said hello at 12:10. So you probably missed, Dio. Yes, I mentioned that. You can have your own company sponsor you for O-1 visa, and we can help you with that. All right, good stuff, guys. Okay, so free evaluation, look for the word potential, come to the complex immigration planning, get your strategy, and the third step, start working with our company, guys. We will give you more than 90% chance of approval. We're really the best in the industry. We have the best teams. They have a best approach, the best resources and tools and teams. So you cannot miss on this opportunity. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.